So good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our coverage of this, the final game of 3 in the Sunshine Tri-Series. Of course, it's a 3-game international series which the Jamaicans have currently an unassailable 2-0 lead, having taken the first 2 games. I'm Donald Smith. I'll be your commentator for the encounter, and alongside me will be our analyst, Sean Murdoch. Sean, Jamaica already, they have gone 2 up. As I mentioned, the Trinidadians in the game yesterday, they would have improved in the amount of goals scored. What more can they do in today's game to get something back in the series?
And our reserves, Ryan Bristol, Bruno, Oprah Douglas, and the active Vincent, coach, Alfie McCauley, Hemba Duncan, manager,
so they're scoring 32 or more now.
Miss Legal
is what they need to do to kind of check their box. I know they would have been checking some boxes.
Primary care, Dimitri Villaroyal and Javon Fonset.
So I know they would have had goals.
Four umpires for the game, Terrence Peart and Tracy Ann Griffith.
So like we're on the topic of Trinidad, let's give you their starting 7. They'll have Aficia Noel, goal shooter, Khalifa McCollin, goal attack, Crystal and George, wing attack, Janisha Cassimi, center, Jamila McCarthy, wing defense, Anisia Baptiste, goal defense, and Shaquanda George Noel, goalkeeper. Was this the starting 7 they had yesterday, Trinidad?
Latanya Wilson,
I think so.
as we get ready for the final game in the Sunshine Series.
I'm trying to remember if she
Between
started or Bruno started.
Jamaica, Sunshine Girls,
Lineup, I think this is
and
probably their strongest
Calypso
line. We
Girls
say they're
from
a young
Trinidad
team,
and
but
Tobago.
the attacking line for them, the goal attack, wing attack, and goal shooter would have World Cup experience. Noel was in the World Cup in 2015 in Australia. The next 2 would have been in Liverpool, and I know Noel also has experience playing in the Super League 2017.
So we have gotten underway. The starting 7 for Jamaica: Janelle Fowler, the captain and goal shooter; Shanice Beckford, goal attack; Nicole Dixon Rochester, wing attack; Shadian Hemmings, wing defense; the young lady Shamira Sterling, goal defense; Kadian Dehaney, the goalkeeper; and Latanya Wilson at center. The starting 7 for Jamaica. Jamaica has possession in the middle of the court with Hemmings. She gets it forward to Wilson, who is now center today, and to Beckford. Beckford goes long to Fowler, who grasps the ball and shoots and scores, and the Jamaicans go up 1 goal already. We see the starting 7 for Jamaica. You mentioned that Fowler didn't start in yesterday's game. Is there an over-dependence you'd think on Fowler though?
I don't think it's an over-dependence, but I think it's something that we need to look at some more in terms of giving the other shooters some more time on court together. We saw the big difference that she made. Once she came on, they scored ballooned to, I think, 22 goals. So it means that we need to have some more court time with the other players after. In fact, if I were coaching yesterday, I would have allowed her to stay on the bench just to give the others a chance to get that field.
So we're not able to see the game clock from our vantage point, but trying to keep the scores as best as possible. It's 2-1 in favor of Jamaica. I think this is the first time that the Trinidadians have responded with Jamaica before Jamaica got 2 goals in the series.
Yeah, they did it yesterday as well.
So the second time.
Second time, yeah, they did it yesterday as well, which is good. Let's see if they can maintain that though.
Almost an interception, where it was an interception by the Jamaicans. Sterling spreads it to Dixon, who gives it away here to George. McCollin looking for options, and she spreads it to Cassimi on this near court side, and she's forced to turn it back. Now to McCollin. McCollin forward up to Noel in the goal circle as McCollin for company, and she throws it out of bounds, and the Jamaicans will come forward again.
Yeah, that's the thing that needs to tighten up. Once you get in that circle, you need to punish the Jamaicans. They're not going to give you a lot of chances because of the caliber of players that you have playing defense for Jamaica. We have arguably the best goalkeeper in the circle, and Kadian Dehaney is no slouch either. So once you get in, they need to ensure that they capitalize.
So 3-1, the Jamaicans lead here. They have the center pass. This is Nicole Dixon Rochester up to Beckford, who lobs it nicely and gets it into the hands of Fowler, who will not miss from that close.
Yeah, that's kind of close, but I prefer a higher pass to Fowler. We've noticed that in the game yesterday, to Fowler, some of them are short, so she's just getting them because of her height advantage. She really have to be going over the defenders to get the ball, so we need to work on that this.
Contact called on Hemmings. George with the possession. Up to Noel. Noel under pressure from Dehaney. She shoots and she scores. So 2 from 2 for Noel. And Trinidad 2 goals to Jamaica's 4.
Yeah, great shot. Great shot from Noel just now. And it's interesting to see Coach French is starting Latanya Wilson, who's primarily a defender and center. I know she did some work with Paula, transferring Paula's skill back then from a defender to a center court player. And Paula was absolutely one of the best center court players. Let's see if she can do the same with Latanya. I'm not sure if that's what her vision is.
And that was a miss by Beckford. Fowler gets the rebound though and she scores. So 5-2 the score in favor of Jamaica. McCollin in possession in center court. A call on the play there. Almost given away there. So the Trinidadians with possession. Just at the back court. They allow a free shot here and McCollin with possession. She shoots and she scores. That's the first goal for McCollin in this encounter.
Yeah, I need a higher volume from McCollin. She's probably the star of the team. Not probably, she's the star of the team. She needs to take that responsibility with both hands.
So another goal there from Shanice Beckford. And 5 goals to 3. And they're having some scoring difficulties with the shot clock. I'm keeping the score at the moment though. Obstruction called on Dehaney, but the ball lands nicely for Noel and she scores. That's her 3rd in this quarter.
Yeah. They're keeping pace with Jamaicans early. That's good. Let's see if they're able to maintain it for the 4 quarters.
So Fowler in the goal circle gets some help from Wilson, but Cassimy not able to keep possession and just pushes that ball outside.
But that's good defensive from Trinidad. They're kind of holding the Jamaicans up. Usually it's a quick 1-2 down to Fowler, but we're making more passes. We're taking longer to release the passes.
So 7 goals to 4 in favor of the Jamaicans. But Trinidad, as you mentioned, Sean, they are working much better in this game so far.
Yes, they are. You can see unlucky
stepping.
ball just now. But those are the errors that are going to cost them. They have to stay in the game. They need to score those. That's a great play from Jamaica.
Nice give and go between Beckford and Dixon. And Beckford gets her 3rd goal of the quarter. 8-4 the scoreline in favor of the Jamaicans.
Yeah, let's see what Trinidad does with their setup on defense.
So Dixon. That one there just touched the fingertips of Cassimy. And Jamaica retains the possession just outside the goal circle. Beckford will have a shot. She shoots and she scores again. So 9 goals to 4. And that one there just overpassed by Cassimy. Was looking for George, the wing attack for Trinidad.
Yeah, this is where Trinidad allows Jamaica to go. And the same thing when they play the males, the unforced errors. No pressure just now in that pass, just not connecting on the final touch.
So Fowler with an attempt, and that one there rolls in. And that's 10 goals to 4. So the Jamaicans have turned up the pressure a little more here.
That's what I'm talking about, the pass again. Janine had to save that pass. Passes are not pinpoint at all for the Sunshine Boys.
I'm going to ask you a question shortly as we see Trinidad restart the play from center court. This is McCollin. Gets it to George, under pressure from Hemmings. Looking for Cassimy, swings it towards, this is Noel. Noel has to force it back, and Dixon. An offside called on Dixon as she had stepped over the line there, the transverse line. And the Trinidadians will have the possession here just at the center court area. Cassimy, almost broken up by Beckford. And that one thrown out. Oh! And Sterling and Noel having a little get together there.
That was an awkward. Shamira landed on Noel, but Noel actually being called for the contact. There was a push off prior to the play.
So the question I want to ask you mentioned that it seems as if some of the passes towards Fowler are a bit short or not as accurate. How will that? What will they need to work on first of all, going up against England in some months from now, as well as Well, I guess how you think they will fare against stronger opponents?
That's a concern for me because no offense to the Trinidadians, I mean they're doing as best as they can and they have some superb defenders. I'm extremely impressed with the athleticism of Baptiste, and Noel is doing what she can against Fowler, but against stronger defenders or more, I'd say more established defenders, we're absolutely going to struggle. Those passes are not going to pass the likes of England, New Zealand, Australia, South Africa. So we have to really examine how those passes are going.
So just a hand in the face there for Fowler. Accidental from Baptiste. Trinidad in possession though. A long pass gets it up to George. Now to Baptiste. Baptiste back to George. George looking for McCollin. She bounces it nicely to Noel. Noel under pressure from Hemmings is George, but she gets it and then through to McCollin. And Trinidad will have an opportunity to get some more goals, and they do. That moves them up to 5.
That was good work by the Trinidad team. It's about consistency for Trinidad.
So long ball forward, broken up by Noel George. George Noel, Green Noel rather.
Not to jinx the Jamaican, but that's another deposit that we talk about.
So Baptiste not able to keep it in play, but it last came off Beckford. So Trinidad maintains possession. Long ball across court to George. Cassimy calling for it. And a bit of butterfingers there from McCarthy, but she holds the ball, gets it to George. Hemmings with the contact. And now Noel will have an opportunity. She swings it to Cassimy, the center. And contact called on goal defense Sterling. McCollin will take the shot, and she scores once more.
Yeah, that's the same play for Trinidad twice in terms of Khalifa setting a screen for it to be swung for a triangle. I'm sure Shamir will pick up on that for the next play, but that's good going from the Trinidad attackers.
So switching the play towards the near court for the Trinidadians. This is George asking for some support, gets it to Noel, and Hemmings keeps it in play and gets help from the Haney.
Well done by Hemmings. Play of the match from the first game, and she's continuing.
Beckford nicely into the path of Wilson, up towards Fowler inside the goal circle, and Fowler will shoot, and she misses. First time of asking. Beckford gets the rebound, but a turnover. Replay there called on the Jamaicans, and given away here. 2 Jamaican players going for the ball.
Yeah, but the Trinidad, the last touch Jamaica said Trinidad still keeps possession.
McCollin in possession for Trinidad. Was looking for George, almost broken up by Dixon Rochester. Still George. Cassimy, she has some support from McCollin and Noel. McCollin in the possession, trying to settle her team, one would say.
Yeah.
And given away here.
Done defensively by Latanya. Yeah, it gets harder for them on this side. They have to treasure the possession.
So Sterling in possession, swings it to Beckford. One-time pass. First time of asking, but a call again.
Call on Jamil, so it's a contact against Jamil, offensive.
So the Trinidadians forcing the Jamaicans to make some errors defensively, but they get back the possession quickly. And now Fowler under pressure from George Noel will have an opportunity to increase Jamaica's lead, and she does.
Yeah, Green Noel and Baptiste are working very hard in defense. They're contesting every pass, and that's very good.
Sean, we're not seeing the amount of time remaining in the game, but we can tell you though that the score at the moment 12 to 6.
Taken by Green Noel, well done.
So Trinidad trying to move the ball quickly up court. Cassimy switches it to Baptiste. Baptiste to George. George forward to McCollin. McCollin to Noel. And then she almost got it to McCollin, but it lost.
Last touch, Khalifa. Well done, Kaden Dehaney, to interrupt that pass.
So contact called on Hemmings. Seems as if she got a little piece of McCollin, was it?
Yes, it's a contact against Shamir, actually.
So Cassimy with the possession, gets it to McCollin all by herself in the center in the goal circle, and she scores.
Nice screen from Noel, sorry. I hear that she's a queen of creating of doing those screens.
Broken up again by Hemmings, but not able to catch the ball, and it just rolls off her legs in outside, and that will be a throw into the Trinidadian team.
Yeah, they maintain possession. Trinidad needs to keep it. I was just about to say they need to keep it short and sharp, and there goes a pass.
So Jamaica in possession. This is Nicole Dixon-Rochester. Under pressure from McCarthy. Gets it to Beckford.
Janiel is open.
She finds Fowler. And Fowler will have an attempt and she scores once more.
Yeah, Janiel was open probably like a second and a half before that.
Dixon, Sterling. Almost went offside just now. Got it back though to Dixon and now to Fowler. Inside the goal circle. Fowler under pressure from George Noel. A bit of a comedy there between those two. They have been battling all series. And Fowler will score once more.
So it's at 14-7, so the Jamaicans are leading by 7 goals.
Trinidad tries to come forward once more. This is McCarthy for the Trinidadians. And she gives it away. She had a shorter pass.
Yes, and that was great work from Shanice Beckford.
And then the Jamaicans turn it over once more.
Yeah, definitely something we need to work on. I know for the last game, up to the 3 quarters, we lost 33 balls in terms of possession loss. That's ridiculous for a team like Jamaica. We're not going to get those opportunities against the big teams. I like to think about what is to come. We're not going to get those opportunities against the big teams. So we need to do a better job in terms of that, maintaining possession.
And another turnover for Trinidad leads to another goal for the Jamaicans. They go up to 15 and almost taken back by the Jamaicans once more. It actually is a Jamaicans ball. Last touch to McCarthy. Seems as if it was a contact by McCarthy of Trinidad. Ball there from Dixon to Beckford. And then up to Fowler. Fowler shoots and scores once
Even
more.
that pass still looking a little short. Those passes are going to be hard against even the males on Friday. They need to fix that for sure. Connie's an attacking coach, one of the best attackers we've had in Jamaica. I'm sure that's going to be something of concern to her.
Sean, I'm sure with you being the coach of the men's team, you're looking for some weak areas of the Jamaicans team to exploit come Friday.
Absolutely, and I'll go back and watch the tape after it's done here. Seeing as I'm talking a lot, I won't get enough chance to really focus on what needs to be looked at for the game.
So the 17-7 is the score, and it is the Trinidadian team with possession. So George it will be a toss-up rather. The Jamaicans win back the possession. They get it forward on the left-hand side of the court to Beckford. She switches it across the court to the young lady Dixon.
That was a better placement, but unfortunately the clock got the better of them.
So based on what I'm seeing here, the Jamaicans would have had 19 attempts and scoring 17 of them. And the Trinidadian team perfect, but not getting enough opportunities.
Not enough opportunities for the Trinidad, the Calypso girls. The Jamaican accuracy is very good, and that's awesome.
All right, we're going to take a quick break, and when we return, we'll have some quick messages before we start the second quarter.
Start the fun, yo, make we have a good time now. St. Mary's potato chips, yeah. Got the snacks up right when the crew roll out. Find your flavor, yeah. St. Mary's potato chips for ya. Warm up the vibe. St. Mary's potato chips with sea salt, yeah. Find your flavor now, me feel the sound. One for me, one for you, one for friends. Then we outside and this are the snack when we prefer. JP St. Mary's potato chips. St. Mary's potato chips for ya. Are with sea salt. Find your flavor.
Wheat, razor bread, purity. Wheat, razor bread, purity. Wheat, razor bread. Nah, it nice like that. No razor bread have no spice like that. From your boy one, it have you coming right back. In every supermarket and shop. Eat it for your breakfast, lunch and dinner. Your belly full, now you feel like a winner. The price affordable for you and me. Grandpa, grandma, they lick up it me. Purity, wheat, razor bread.
Let's go!
Track your usage all day, every day. Pay a bill or prepaid top up anytime, anywhere. Apply for service wherever, whenever. Report outages night or day. Yes, the JPS app can do that and so much more.
Download the new JPS app today. Available in Google Play Store and Apple Store. The JPS app can do that.
Digicel go on with a whole heap of something. Like the 7 gigabytes of YouTube data you now get when you activate a 7-day Digicel Prime bundle. And a whole heap more any-use data. Moving from 6 to 8 gigabytes. Plus you get 49 gigabytes to enjoy more sports, music and movies. With Digicel apps, a really whole heap of something that for the same price. Only $850. Activate your 7-day Prime bundle in the My Digicel app today. Digicel, better together.
Get Appy, get cashy. Sign up or sign in to the NCB mobile app for your chance to win.
People them are taught the things. The bigger winning.
Welcome back to the National Indoor Sports Center. And of course, this is the third of the 3 games of this Sunshine Tri-Series between the Jamaica Sunshine Girls and the Trinidad and Tobago Calypso Girls. I'm Donald Smith, your commentator, alongside Sean Murdoch, our analyst. Sean, 17-7, 10-point lead for the Jamaicans with Trinidad in possession.
Yeah, so how do we measure this now? Is it that Trinidad is in a better job defensively? Because this is, I think, the lowest score that Jamaica has scored in the series. Well, trying to remember yesterday's score. I mean, with Fowler on court, it is the lowest we've scored in a quarter. So that's concerning for Jamaica. It comes down to the possession that we're giving up. We're giving up too many possessions, similar to what we did in the game yesterday, where, as I said before, we gave up 33 balls in the first 3 quarters.
So the Jamaicans, they have increased that tally now to 18 goals. And they're in possession with Beckford on the far side of the court to Adine Thomas, who is now on the court at wing defense for the Jamaicans. Dixon into Beckford. Beckford turns in the goal circle under pressure from Baptiste, and that's an air ball, and it will be Trinidad's ball.
That Green Noel does under the court in terms of boxing Paula out so that she doesn't have an opportunity for the rebound. That was very good.
So Trinidad and Tobago moves up court and not able to get a pass through to either McCollin or Noel.
Yeah, Trinidad needs to go to short and sharp with their passes. Jamaica is packed up with defensive players.
So the ball comes up to Fowler, bounces it to Dixon, and contact called on Baptiste. And Jamaica, it's Jamaica's ball inside the goal circle. Beckford asking the umpire where to stand. She goes forward, shoots and scores.
Good shot from Trinidad. So the accuracy has picked up for Jamaica tonight, but we're still giving our team in possession.
McCollin gets the pass from, almost taken away by Beckford, who ran from the near side of the court to almost get ahead of Baptiste rather. McCollin can't get over Sterling. Sterling releases Dixon to Beckford, to Dixon to Beckford, and Beckford contact there by George Noel, and Beckford scores once more.
I think she would have realized and she's starting a little lower this time.
Long ball up towards Fowler, and under pressure again from George Noel. She scores though.
Great shot from Jamaica.
So Jamaica has increased their lead to 21. The Trinidadians yet to register a mark in the second quarter.
Nice pressure from Adi and probably got away with some contact there, but
So Sterling up towards Beckford. Beckford looking for options. Fowler is the nearest option. Contact again called on George Noel, the goalkeeper for Trinidad. Very impressed with her in the first game. Has put Fowler under a lot of pressure. So Jamaica's ball inside the midcourt to Wilson, up to Fowler. Fowler on the edge of the goal circle, gets it to Dixon. And contact call on goalkeeper George Noel once more.
Yeah, Green Noel is a very physical. She's very physical in terms of how she plays. The same for Baptiste. Their backline is very defensive, very physical.
So 6 unanswered point goals in the second quarter. 3-second violation called on Trinidad, and Jamaica wins possession once more.
Yeah, good work from the Jamaicans. Defensively, we are doing very well. It's just the challenge we're having is just what we're doing with the ball when we're attacking. I think they probably would have had a good talk from the coach, and they came out looking much better in terms of their work in defense and on offense.
And Fowler gets another goal there for the Jamaicans. Wilson restarts from center court. The ball reaches up quickly to Beckford, and contact called on Baptiste this time around. Beckford with the possession. Beckford shoots, and Beckford scores once more.
Nice shot. Their accuracy is, their radar is on today.
Beckford is on fire in this quarter.
Yes, they are.
So Trinidad to restart the play at center with Cassimi. No changes made for the Trinidadian team at the break.
Yeah.
This is Noel. Now to Cassimi. Cassimi, she has few options. She gets it to
Right, so
McCollin.
it gets tight now.
And
the defenders are doing a great job.
And contact call there on Sterling. McCollin. This is McCollin. She has the shot and she
Great
scores.
shot by McCollin. Great shot by McCollin. It's good to see Katie and Danny on the court as well. I think she had a good season. Not I think. She really had a good season in the Suncorp League, and I think the coach is repaying her now for the efforts that she had down under.
So the Trinidadian defense got caught out just now. Allowed Fowler to get a good give and go between Nicole Dixon and herself. And George Noel just didn't get back in time.
Yeah. Swift play from the Jamaicans. Once the passing is good, the Trinidadians are going to have a challenge getting to those passes.
So George, contact call on the center, Wilson of Jamaica, gets it up to Noel. Noel turns under the goal, and she shoots and scores. That's her first goal of the second quarter. So based on the clock, just about 9 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the second quarter. Fowler in possession. Gets it to Dixon.
Yeah, good job.
Wing defense, McCarthy.
I thought Fowler took a while to clear that space so that Shanice could do a sweep up the front.
So 5 goals scored by Fowler in this second quarter. Same amount scored by Beckford. Contact by Sterling. McCarthy restarts the play and she throws it out of bounds, and it will be Jamaica's ball. Another turnover by the Trinidadians again.
Great defensive pressure from the Jamaicans, but
they immediately give it back.
Give it back immediately. Must be concerning to Coach Francis as I look across on her face.
She mentioned after the first game in that post-game interview that she was trying to work on the midcourt and the shooting, and probably that's one of the reasons why she would have had Latanya Wilson brought in at center tonight. As we see Trinidad making a change, bringing on Tia Bruno at center, and Anis Janisha Cassimi is on the bench now.
Yeah, this is a change that we see throughout all the games between Cassimi and Bruno. I guess the coach is looking for fresh legs now to see the impact that they'll have on the Jamaicans.
A miss there by Noel, but the Trinidadian team maintains possession.
Yeah, throwing off Katie and Dehaney last.
McCollin throws it up towards Noel, towards George. She can't control it, and the Jamaicans will break fast up court. And look at that brilliant passing and movement between Beckford and Dixon, and another goal for the Jamaican team.
Jamaicans just need consistency in terms of that play. That was brilliant moving through court.
So the ball goes out again, and it will be the Jamaican team in possession. So Adine Thomas up to Dixon Rochester, then to Beckford. Give and go between her and Dixon Rochester. Back to Beckford. She shoots it, rolls around the rims, and George Noel not able to maintain the possession, and it rolls out off her.
Yeah, unlucky from Green Noel. I thought she was good in terms of her positioning. She had Fowler right where she wanted and was in a perfect position for the rebound, but it went right through her hands.
So another goal there. That was Beckford?
That was Beckford.
Fowler or Beckford. So the Jamaicans moved to 29 goals to 9. And just about 7 minutes left in this second quarter. Tia Bruno managing to keep possession just outside the goal circle for the Trinidadian team. McCollin under pressure from Sterling, and a brilliant shot there from McCollin again. That's her second in the quarter.
It's good to see. It's good to see Dehaney and McCollin in the circle. They were housemates in Australia a few months ago.
And a long pass there from Sterling, gets it to Fowler, and Fowler makes no
Great
mistake.
finish from Janil. That was great. That was a great finish.
Trinidad, George gets the possession up to Noel. Noel giving away again.
Comes unstuck for Trinidad. I think, well, you know what, Trinidad will get some good lessons out of this tour. The obvious one is, of course, maintaining possession of the ball and being a little bit more clinical in terms of the delivery of the ball as well.
So that's 14 points scored by the Jamaicans so far in this quarter. They'll have the restart at center court, contact by Baptiste. And Dean Thomas to restart the play for the Jamaicans. So explain that call for me.
Yeah, so it's obstruction from both the goal attack and goal defense. So both had to stand out.
So a rare miss there from Fowler. She has a second attempt and she scores.
Never even had to jump for the rebound. I guess the defender thought, just as she did, that it would have been a goal.
Such is the confidence in the abilities of Fowler by even her opponents.
Yep, absolutely. And again, Trinidad throws away possession.
So time winding down in this half. 5 minutes and 14 seconds left in this quarter. Nicole Dixon Rochester up to Beckford. She bounce passes it to Dixon Rochester and then to Fowler. Another contact there called on the goal defender, and Fowler nonetheless scores. So Wilson restarts. Nicole Dixon Rochester to Beckford. A long pass again, and there we saw another short pass.
Yep. Yeah, we spoke about that. The passes are not pinpoint from Jamaica, so that's caused a concern.
And Trinidad gives it up again.
There. Yep. They'd call it a coach's killer.
So Beckford in possession just outside the goal circle. Plays it to her left to Wilson. Wilson gets it to Beckford, who just puts it over the head of George Noel to Fowler, and Fowler scores.
That was a great play. Trinidad just needs to be more accurate, short, sharp. They're not treasuring possession at all, and the score is going away from them.
So Noel inside the goal circle to Bruno. Bruno up towards Noel. She can't keep possession of it, and the Jamaicans will break again up court.
The idea was the right one in terms of that pass. It's just execution that was a problem for Trinidad.
Shanice Beckford moving quite springly down the court there. She moves from one point to another very fast, Sean.
Yeah, very swift, very swift. Adine, Nicole Dixon Rochester, Shanice Beckford, very swift and agile players.
So Trinidad in possession. This is Bruno. Gets it to McCollin at midcourt. Back to George Noel. And McCarthy, a contact there by Dixon Rochester on McCarthy. And that's another contact call, or is a change the whole time?
Substitution.
So coming off is
Noel. Off.
Vincent. So Vincent has gone on.
Yes.
So that's Afia Vincent. Wilson up to Fowler. Fowler inside the goal circle, shoots and scores once more.
Easy does it for Janil.
36-10 the score.
Let's look at the defensive pressure that Jamaica does now.
So under 3 minutes to go in this quarter. Trinidad in possession. To George, to McCollin. McCollin plays it long and gets it to Vincent. And Vincent misses.
A clumsy play by Vincent after the shot.
So Jamaica again moves the ball quickly up court. Ooh, almost running into the, well, they did run into the signboards, both Rochester and Beckford. And Trinidad gains the possession and moves the ball forward. Vincent unable to keep that one. And Dehaney.
Nice try by Katie and Dehaney. But I think the Jamaicans are going back to how they played in the first quarter in terms of throwing away easy passes.
So Bruno gets it up to George. Contact there called on Nadine Thomas. Sterling takes it easily out of the palms of Vincent. And the Jamaicans force another turnover. Wilson now to Beckford inside the goal circle. She turns, lines up for the shot and scores again.
Great work from Shanice. Jamaica needs to just work on being disciplined. I think they need to go back to how they started this quarter.
So Jamaica in possession. Long ball forward up to Fowler. Baptiste was the one doing the marking duties, and Fowler scores once more. That's 12 goals in this quarter for Fowler and 9 goals for Beckford.
Nice try from Adine Thomas there. But George is an experienced player. There we go with Shanice again.
So another turnover forced by the Jamaicans.
Yep, great work defensively from Jamaica. And that's an attacker who was winning that one.
So Dixon Rochester. Obstruction called on the wing defender McCarthy of Trinidad. Jamaica still in possession. Contact called on the goalkeeper George Noel, and Fowler scores once more. Under a minute to go in the game, Sean, in this quarter rather.
Yeah, and the Jamaicans, I think what keeps us in the game is the fact that we play defense through court. It starts from Shanice all the way down the court.
So another goal for the Jamaicans as they continue to move forward. So the clock has stopped once more. So I guess we'll be hearing the buzzer momentarily as the Jamaicans continue to lead in this game. Bruno, McCollin, and now almost given away.
Pressure from the attackers again. And that's what they are. So they're getting possession from the defensive work that the Jamaicans are doing.
And that will do it for the second quarter. And at the end of the second quarter, 40 to 10.
Yeah, so it means that Trinidad only scored 3 goals. I thought Jamaica started the quarter well, but to the end part, they actually started to cough up possession, which is not good. Let's see how the Jamaicans will come back in terms of their performance when we get back after the halftime break. I'm sure Coach Francis will have some strong words with the attackers for the way we've been playing the ball in the last part. We're looking forward to see if there are going to be changes coming through for Jamaica for the second half. And we're waiting now to have some halftime interviews. We're going to be speaking with Shamira Sterling shortly. We'll be throwing over to Donald in just a second to have the halftime interview with Shamira Sterling.
Otherwise, team is going on good, just the turnovers.
All right, you mentioned the turn. I've seen both yourself and Dehaney, Katie and Dehaney, doing exceptionally well in the defensive third of the court. Are you guys comfortable with that sort of setup here, or are you guys going to be doing something much different come the third quarter?
I think we'll be doing something much different from the first quarter, because now the goal attack is shooting. She's not really giving it to the goal shooter, so now we need to focus on the goal attack, but not left the GS behind.
Understood. Thank you again for talking to me, Shamira, and all the best for the third quarter.
Thank you.
All right, that was Shamira Sterling, the wing attack for Trinidad and Tobago. George. How you doing? All right, so you guys find yourselves behind again at halftime. You had an improvement in the second game last evening. What can you guys take away from the first two quarters going into the third quarter?
I think right now we just need to cherish the ball. That's one of our issues right now. Cherish the ball. There's some simple net ball, go back to basic because the defenders from Jamaica is taking the fake. So we have to do more of that in order to get the ball and our score on the ball.
We noticed though that during the game you guys have some good possessions. You forced turnovers from the Jamaicans, but then you guys turn it right back over. What can you guys do to limit the amount of turnovers coming in for the last two quarters?
As I said before, we just need to cherish the ball because when you work hard on defense, you transition through the court, we just need to hold and transition it to the goal shooting system.
Just before you leave, I noticed as well that you guys are almost perfect shooting wise, but the chances are not as forthcoming as you guys would like. How would you guys be, apart from cherishing the ball as you mentioned, how would you guys be able to force more balls forward into the goal circle to get better opportunities to score?
I think it's just a matter of changing direction, driving harder to the ball because Jamaica is coming aggressive. We also need to be aggressive, changing direction and bringing the ball forward.
Thank you very much. And we're going to take a quick break and throw you back to some commercials, and when we return, there'll be time for some discussion at the half.
Start the fun, yo, make we have a good time now. St. Mary's potato chips, yeah. Got the snacks up right when the crew roll out. Find your flavor, yeah. St. Mary's potato chips for ya. Warm up the vibe. St. Mary's potato chips with sea salt, yeah. Find your flavor now, me favorite zone. One for me, one for you, one for friends. Then we outside and this are the snack when we prefer. JP St. Mary's potato chips. St. Mary's potato chips for ya. Are with sea salt. Find your flavor.
Wheat, razor bread, purity. Wheat, razor bread, purity. Wheat, razor bread. Nah, it nice like that. No razor bread have no spice like that. From your buy one, it have you coming right back. In every supermarket and shop. Eat it for your breakfast, lunch and dinner. Your belly full, now you feel like a winner. The price affordable for you and me. Grandpa, grandma, they lick up it me. Purity, wheat, razor bread.
Up, let's go!
Track your usage all day, every day. Pay a bill or prepaid top up anytime, anywhere. Apply for service wherever, whenever. Report outages night or day. Yes, the JPS app can do that and so much more.
Download the new JPS app today. Available in Google Play Store and Apple Store. The JPS app can do that.
DJ Selagwan with a whole heap of something. Like the 7 gigabytes of YouTube data you now get when you activate a 7-day digital Prime bundle. And a whole heap more any-use data. Moving from 6 to 8 gigabytes. Plus you get 49 gigabytes to enjoy more sports, music and movies. With Digicel apps, a really whole heap of something that for the same price. Only $850. Activate your 7-day Prime bundle in the My Digicel app today. Digicel, better together.
Get Appy, get cashy. Sign up or sign in to the NCB mobile app for your chance to win.
The people them are taught the things, the bigger winning things. Them not stop play supreme games, but don't follow me, follow them.
One day I'm gonna win big still enough. I'm never left to get to me, I love everybody. You see me, but Super Lotto, and my game that.
I love Super Lotto, man, because you what, at the big money that. At my age and stage, you know, me I look for retire, so it will be nicer.
I love the Lotto because it's a ticket to my dreams. I had a dream for my life. I love Lotto bad. Buy 2 times a week, Saturday and Wednesday. Wow.
Right, me want to win buy a big house.
Buy your tickets for Jamaica's favorite games today.
The taste that moves you, sharing the moment, share it with everyone.
Graceful's. Anytime me taste any Grace products, me and my friend them a fi bust dance moves. I fi run to the pot when me granny a boil soup. Grace food products, inna that make it go down smooth. The taste that moves you, feel the vibes anytime when the day Grace foods from the ends. Yeah, the taste that moves you, from the spices move you. Everybody shout out Grace.
When the food sweet, we dance. When the vibe nice, we love. The taste that moves you.
For over 30 years, the Jamaican senior netball team, Sunshine Girls, has been ranked in the top 5. This speaks volume to the work ethics, dedication, and passion that they bring to the court every single time. It is against this background that when we were asked to sponsor the team, we said yes, because we want the girls to continue to make Jamaica proud. I am Tyrone Smith, CEO, New Horizons Pharmacy.
For over 30 years, we've been there. We've been there with you. There to see you practice. There to see you learn. There to see you grow. Sunshine City.
Hosting a function or event? Want it to be streamed live on Facebook, YouTube, or Zoom? iView 365 can help you. We specialize in sporting events, stage shows, funerals, concerts, conferences.
Welcome back to the National Indoor Sports Centre, and this is the third and final game of the Sunshine Tri-Series between Jamaica's Sunshine Girls and Trinidad and Tobago's Calypso Girls. I'm Donald Smith, your commentator, alongside Sean Murdoch, our analyst. At the end of the first half, Jamaica leads by 40 goals to 10, and they would have scored 17 goals in the first quarter, 17 from 19 in the first quarter, 23 from 26 in the second quarter, with Janelle Fowler leading the scoring here for the Jamaicans, having scored 27 from 29 attempts, and Shanice Beckford scoring 13 from 16 attempts. On the Trinidadian side, Sean, they have scored 7 of 7 in the first quarter and only 3 of 5 in the second quarter. Afisha Noel, she has so far scored 4 of 5 goals so far in this encounter. Sean, I spoke to, my apologies, I spoke with Crystal and George at halftime, and one of the things she mentioned is that they were turning over the balls a lot, and they just need to possess the ball more and get better opportunities to shoot. That's what you'd have been saying throughout.
Yep, that's what we're saying in commentary, that they're turning over the ball too often. The Jamaicans are doing the same actually, but the difference is that Jamaicans are winning back balls on defense, and I think that's where the difference is. Jamaica tightened the screw in terms of defense in the second quarter. They also tidied up a bit in terms of the balls that they were spilling, but still caused a concern in terms of the amount of balls we're turning over, the possessions we're losing, the Jamaicans that is. We just need to do a better job in terms of treasuring possession. Both teams, if Trinidad is going to make this game a good game, they need to ensure that every chance they get with the ball, they secure it just by going short and sharp.
In speaking with Shamira Sterling at the halftime as well, she mentioned that the goal attack, Shanice Beckford, was not passing the ball to the goal shooter, and that even though it's good that she is shooting, they shouldn't ignore the goal shooter. Is that something that normally is an issue, so to speak?
No interest. That's interesting because oftentimes we complain that they're just bombing it to Janil. So I'm happy that Shanice is actually doing something else with the ball other than throwing it to Janil the first every chance, every opportunity she gets. It's good that they're trying different things in attack. We saw how the team struggled without Janil yesterday at the start, so it's good that she's doing other things with the ball.
So the Jamaicans already on the board again in the third quarter. Janil Fowler scoring already, and the Jamaicans have possession
as well. So they're back to how they ended the first two quarters in terms of giving up possession easily.
So Fowler again, she has another rear miss, and she has a second attempt at the cherry and scores. Some changes would have been made by the Jamaicans at the half as well. So too for Trinidad. We'll give you those changes momentarily.
Yeah, we'll see a positional swap between Baptiste and Green Noel.
So Baptiste is now at goalkeeper and Green Noel at goal defense. So Trinidad in possession at center court. Played up to George, and a good pass to the fast moving McCollin, and McCollin misses.
Yeah,
and that's her first miss.
Yeah, they have to ensure that those opportunities are scored. They're not going to get them very often. I think they do so much work to get the ball in the circle, so they need to ensure that they are finishing off on those shots. McCollin is a quality shooter. That's in her range as well.
So Rebecca Robinson having a miscommunication that time with Dean Thomas, and well, rather with Khadijah Williams. The Jamaicans turn over the ball once more.
Yeah, really untidy from Jamaica again. Really untidy. We need to, and the coach is now animated because I guess she's saying the same thing in terms of how we're throwing away the balls.
That's the first I've seen Connie Francis all series long.
All series long. She's now up. You can hear her voice from all the way across here.
So Trinidad in possession. They move forward. Cassimy across to George Noel, then to George, and they keep the ball, long ball up, but that won't get by Sterling.
Absolutely
she gets
not.
It to Kelly. Dean Thomas now at center for Jamaica, and Rebecca Robinson not able to get the ball away from George Noel, and that will be Jamaica's ball nonetheless.
I thought Rebecca could have used her body some more to protect the ball. She kind of left the line of the ball open to the defender. That was a big push off from Janil, but it was missed by the umpire.
So Fowler having a discussion with Williams. In finally goal. A break in the play.
Yeah, I think it's for the time, because the clock is saying just 12 seconds gone, and they're playing for a longer period for sure.
So Fowler gets another goal for the Jamaicans. They've been having some clock issues, at least a digital clock, giving some issues this evening inside the Indoor Sports Center.
Strong center pass from Khalifa. Crystal ran into a crowd.
So George, they give it away again.
Yeah, it's a footwork call on George. On Noel, sorry.
So Kelly up to Williams for Jamaica. To Robinson. Robinson rolls it to Williams. Back to Robinson. Robinson turns. Fowler is down. Landed heavily.
Yeah, I think the defenders get Fowler to the ground in all the matches so far. I'm not sure what they're doing court level, but this is the third game and this is the third time she's down on the court.
And Rebecca Robinson missing just now. As we have another whistle on the play.
Contact against Latanya Wilson. Umpire deemed she was using her hand to hold.
So Cassimy to McCollin, and contact call on goalkeeper Sterling.
No, it's against Malaysia.
Oh, it's against Kelly.
Yes.
Thought I heard the umpire saying goalkeeper.
Good shot from Khalifa.
So Khalifa scores again. Trinidadians move up to 11 points, 11 goals. And that one there thrown out of play.
Off Khalifa, nice defensive try.
So Trinidad You'd have heard Crystal and George mention that they need to keep the possession and make use of them. They have not started the quarter too well in terms of keeping the possession. The Jamaicans are helping them out though by doing that.
Off from Khadija just now, but the Jamaicans still turn the ball over.
So Cassimi
seems to be roaming free.
So Cassimi, contact called on the wing defender. That's Atania Wilson.
Yeah, Noel call for contact. Noel never needed to exert any energy actually. That was an easy 2-on-1 for Trinidad.
So another call on the play, Jamaica in possession. Wilson to Thomas to Williams, long ball up towards the goal circle for Fowler, and Fowler scores once more. Jamaicans increasing their lead to 44 goals.
And that's a pass from Khadija just now from almost the centre third. I'm still not too impressed in terms of the height of the pass.
So Trinidad turns it over once more.
Replay call on Adine Thomas.
Almost over the head of Casimir, that pass from George, but she gets it up to Noel, and Noel should score. And she does.
A good pass from Casimir. She waited patiently and nailed the pass at the end.
Notice though that throughout the series, one thing that we have not mentioned is that the Trinidadians don't have the height of the Jamaicans, especially in the defensive third, to put Jamaica under some more pressure, because some of those short passes that the Jamaicans would have been making trying to get to Fowler would probably have been intercepted.
Yeah, it probably would have been intercepted, but I still think they're giving a good shot at it, the defenders. They're very athletic, especially Baptiste. Look at the jump. And there's a picture that was posted in one of the newspapers with Baptiste literally sitting on Fowler's shoulder. So they're very athletic. What they're missing and lacking in height, they're getting it in terms of their athleticism.
So another goal for the Jamaicans after 2 attempts at the cherry, and the Trinidadians almost got it away, but Wilson, a contact by her. This is George, gets it to Cassimi. Cassimi gets it to Noel. Noel inside the goal circle will shoot, and she hits the rim, and it's picked up by Malaisha Kelly.
Yeah, nice rebound from Malaisha Kelly. Always known to be a strong rebounder, Malaisha. And another pass is sprayed on the back line. What I want the Jamaicans to look at as well, Khalifa gets all the centre pass to her right, and it's a strong drive. I think they should look at, keep saying we, I think they should look at
forcing her to the left.
And some pressure as well. I think they're all uncontested.
So Baptiste in possession, deep in the defensive third. This is McColling now. Now to Crystal and George. George to Noel. She doesn't have a lot of support, forced to turn it back to the wing defender.
Nice reset. Khalifa has Casimir to her right.
Noel calling for it, almost got it, but Sterling was there. And contact by Casimir on Kelly, and Jamaica wins the possession.
The defense by the Jamaicans, it's very good. It's very good.
So Dean Thomas to Williams, then to Kelly now looking for Fowler. And Fowler, Rebecca Robinson almost ran past the ball, and she will have a shot and scores. So by my count, the Jamaicans are up 46 goals to 12. Nice touch pass there by Fowler. Then to Thomas, who got it to Rebecca Robinson. A lot of turnovers. So Fowler getting another goal for the Jamaicans. Jamaica restarts at the center with Williams. Call on the Trinidadian wing defender. Obstruction, I believe, is the call. Thomas. She hits the rim. And then Fowler with the rebound gets the goal. McCollin. And she's not happy. Not happy at all, McCollin. Because after she got that possession, Sean, she was frustrated having to turn it all the way back.
And the couple possession again, or is it for the third possession?
So, Noel George with the possession for Trinidad. Given away again. And the Jamaicans break fast up court. And this is Fowler underneath the rim. She shoots and scores.
So the passing control seems a little better this quarter, but the pace, the tempo seems to have gotten slow.
Seems as if they're picking it up, Sean. And Baptiste there. Seems as if she was lifted just now in the air by Noel George. Trying to block that attempt by Fowler. Robinson will shoot and she scores. So the Jamaicans have moved up quickly to 51 goals. The Trinidadians still stuck at 12 at the moment.
Seems to be some wholesale changes coming through for Trinidad now.
So center will be Oprah Douglas and the goal shooter will be Afia Vincent. So Trinidad, their goal defense getting... George is looking at her to say what just happened. She's not happy, Crystal and George.
No, she isn't. She isn't at all. She's grinding hard on court, but call's not going her way at all. It's interesting to see that they took off Green Noel. I thought she was having a good game, and I thought she complements Baptiste well. And that probably the coach wants to get another look at another combination.
So Trinidad with George switches the play to McCollin on this near side of the court. Up towards Vincent, under pressure from Sterling, who forces the contact. McCollin will have the shot. And the time called, the umpire having a word with Sterling. Explain that call for the viewers and listeners.
Yeah, I'm not. I think he was saying that she's not in the right position. I'm not sure, and I think he gave her caution. He was saying that she wasn't set in the right position for the penalty. I'm assuming he deemed she was ahead of the play.
Ball played up to Fowler once more. And she scores easily once more. It's a runaway train in terms of the scoring now. 54 goals to 13. Under 3 minutes left in this quarter. With Trinidad in possession. With Douglas. Forward up to Vincent. Can't control, but it rolls fortuitously to McCollin. And McCollin shoots.
Yeah, Vince, the foul contact against Vincent.
So that goal wouldn't stand?
No, it wouldn't stand.
And Dean Thomas floats it up nicely to Fowler. Can't control. And then contact by Williams on the wing defense.
Dogged in defense. She's not phased by Fowler's height at all.
Certainly not. A little warrior there in the defense of Trinidad and Tobago. This is George. Looking for McCollin. The ball gets to her despite being touched by the Jamaican defender. Play switch to the near side with George. Now to McCollin. And then that ball up to Vincent is lifted over by Sterling.
Yeah, nice work from Shamir. Shamir is probably the only defender who is able to do that pick from behind.
And a contact call on the goal defense of Jamaica, Malaisha Kelly. McCollin will have another shot. And blocked by Sterling. Was not happy with that call from the umpire.
Yeah, Sterling kind of infringed on the second attempt.
So another goal there for the Trinidadians. So that's 14 goals they have scored now in total, the Trinidadians. And another goal there for the Jamaicans. That was Fowler. McCollin gets a pass from Douglas.
Center pass receive is high for McCollin. That's a quick play by Trinidad. Very, very good. Let's see if they're able to finish.
This is Vincent and contact called on Malaisha Kelly once more. Trinidadians will have another shot. And it's McCollin who has only missed one so far in this entire game.
Good shooting from Khalifa. As I wanted her to have a higher volume. I think she's doing that now with Noel off court. Vincent is doing a good job. She's winning some contacts and giving the penalties to Khalifa.
So under a minute to play in this quarter. The Jamaicans leading 55-15. Only, well, that's 16 goals they have scored now in this quarter. So 56 now to 15. And Trinidad with the center pass. This is McCollin. And again forced to turn it back to McCarthy. Now to Douglas. Douglas up to McCollin. McCollin switches towards the left-hand
Defensive
side.
pressure is good from Jamaica, but that was good from Khalifa sweeping the top of the circle.
And McCollin scores once more.
Well.
So that's 5 for McCollin in this quarter, Sean.
Yeah, McCollin picked up her shooting load. That's a good pass.
And Fowler getting another goal for the Jamaicans.
Yeah.
We should be hearing the buzzer momentarily.
Yeah, I think because they're unaware of what the time is, that's why they took that pass was so long just now.
Oh, and George, she really thought that McCollin was there, but she wasn't. So at the end of the third quarter, the Jamaicans on 57 goals to the Trinidad and Tobago team's 15.
Yeah, for me the quarter just now was probably the weakest of the game for both teams in terms of the play. Just never looked as tidy as the quarters before. Jamaica still applying the pressure defensively. It was good to see Khalifa stepping up in attack, and she got quite a few of the center passes, and then she was also going in the circle to finish those shots. So that's strong playing from Khalifa. I want to see if Jamaica is able to put some more pressure on her, especially on the center pass.
Certainly. Sean, Trinidad again they have improved somewhat, but the turnovers are just limiting their scoring opportunities.
Yeah.
For the listeners and viewers listening and watching or feed at the moment, Trinidad, their coach Althea McCollin mentioned that this series is just to see where they are at and to see which combinations they need to work on more. The turnovers are definitely going to have to be something that they work on.
Absolutely. Quite a few turnovers. And as I said before, it's the same for both teams, but it's just that Jamaica is winning back more balls on defense.
All right, so we're going to take a quick break and send you back to some ads, and when we return, it'll be time for this fourth and final quarter.
Start the fun, yo, make we have a good time now. St. Mary's potato chips, yeah. Got the snacks up right when the crew roll out. Find your flavor, yeah. St. Mary's potato chips for ya. Warm up the vibe. St. Mary's potato chips with sea salt, yeah. Find your flavor now, the people zone. One for me, one for you, one for friends. Then we outside and this are the snack when we prepare. JP St. Mary's potato chips. St. Mary's potato chips for ya. Are with sea salt. Find your flavor.
Wheat, razor bread, purity. Wheat, razor bread, purity. Wheat, razor bread.
Nah, it nice like that. No razor bread have no spice like that. From your buy one, it have you coming right back. In every supermarket and shop. Eat it for your breakfast, lunch and dinner. Your belly full, now you feel like a winner. The price affordable for you and me. Grandpa, grandma, they lick up it me.
Purity, wheat, razor bread.
Let's go!
Track your usage all day, every day. Pay a bill or prepaid top up anytime, anywhere.
Welcome back to the National Indoor Sports Center, and we're about to get the fourth and final quarter on the way in this Sunshine Tri-Series between the Sunshine Girls of Jamaica and the Calypso Girls of Trinidad and Tobago. I'm Donald Smith, your commentator, alongside Sean Murdoch, our analyst. The Jamaicans, they lead at the end of three quarters by 57 to 16 goals, and they have the possession at the moment. Sean.
Yeah, so Janil is off. Let's see how they go. I was targeting 70 with Janil gone. I'm not sure how close we can get to that, but I still think we have capable shooters in Rebecca and Giselle to get to the 70 quite easily. It's going to be interesting to see if the Jamaicans' target is also to keep Trinidad under the 22 goals that they would have scored in two other matches. So let's see how it goes for the rest of the game.
So Giselle Allison getting her first goal of the game, and the Trinidadians almost turning that one over again just inside their goal circle. Vincent with an opportunity, and she scores. So the Trinidadians equal to the Jamaicans so far in this fourth quarter.
Yep.
Long ball up to Allison. She collects, and a nice play here to Robinson. And Robinson scores.
That was well played. Let's see how the defenders work with the moving circle for Jamaica now. Seeing that they're tired, they're not as fresh as when they started the game yesterday. So let's see how they manage with the moving circle. Well done from Katie and Dehaney.
So Hemmings in possession, whistle on the play. The Jamaicans with the possession. This is Kelly. Switches it to Adine Thomas. To Williams. Up to Robinson. Looking for Allison. Allison controls well. And stepping footwork's call on Giselle Allison. So another turnover for the Jamaicans.
Turnover, that's tight. It should be good to see the replay on that one. It looked okay from where I sat, or where I sit rather.
McCollin, well, this is Douglas for the Trinidadians. 3 seconds. I asked Sasha Gay this the other day, why is it that after I count 3 seconds, the umpire has not called it? And she was saying it was sometimes to the discretion or at the discretion of the umpire.
I'm not even sure if it's a discretion. It's more of their counting in their head, because remember they don't have a clock looking at, so I guess it's who counts it the fastest or slowest. So the 3 seconds is definitely not a discretion. It's more about how they count their 3 seconds.
So Hemmings to Thomas, up to Allison. Allison will attempt another shot, hopping on one leg.
Good rebound, I think. Good
Rebound
from Rebecca.
And a contact there on Baptiste, by Baptiste. Robinson has a second go at the cherry, and she gets it.
Good job. Giselle is shooting from range, but that's really her range. She's a range shooter. Just not falling for her.
A bit of rustiness, you'd think?
Maybe. Possibly. It's very possible. It was a good play from Vincent and Khalifa.
And she misses.
Needs to finish that one if they want to get past the 22. Another turnover coming up here.
So Jamaica breaks once more. This is Hemmings. Long ball forward, almost broken up by Baptiste. But Allison
it's
picks
a
it up.
telegraph pass. I'm surprised Baptiste never got onto that one. But good vision from Shadian.
So another goal there from Robinson. Jamaica restarts from the center once more with Adine Thomas. Hemmings forward quickly to Williams, to Wilson, and the contact called on the goalkeeper George Noel rather, and Robinson scores once more.
Yeah, Jamaicans are pushing towards that 70. Another turnover from Trinidad.
I'm wondering though, Sean, the Trinidadians are at 17 goals at the moment. The 2 games that I've done with them, they have managed to only score 22 goals. They're 5 away from that. I wonder if I'm the jinx.
I'm sure the Trinidad supporters are going to say that you definitely are the jinx.
I hope not. I want to say good evening to our listeners and viewers in Port of Spain, Trinidad and Tobago. That's the capital. And another pass fluently up towards Allison. And she gets another goal here. She has been 100% shooting so far in this fourth quarter.
No, I think she missed one, but Trinidad needs to put on some pressure now. They need to change the play, so they're going to the same play all the time. somebody needs to switch the play and switch and change.
So McCollin tees it up to Vincent and goes into the goal circle. That seems to last touch Douglas.
Yeah, it seems to have been Thomas. Trinidad needs to go short and sharp.
Douglas to McCollin, then to George, and then to Vincent. A good pass there by George to Vincent, but
Yeah, but George should have given that ball to Khalifa. I thought that would have been the safer option. Unfortunate that Vincent stepped, but the safer option would have been Khalifa.
and another turnover by the Jamaicans, having just one back possession from Trinidad and Tobago. 65 goals to 17 at the moment, and we have just about 9 minutes and 34 seconds to go in this fourth and final quarter.
Another turnover from Trinidad, the order of the day for them today.
Would it be good to see how many turnovers have been made in this particular game by both teams?
By both teams.
This is Allison under the goal, shoots, and it hits the rim.
Another opportunity for her.
Will that go down as a missed opportunity?
No, it wouldn't.
So Allison scores again, and that's her fifth in this quarter. Nadine Thomas to Williams, back to Thomas. Almost got it through to Giselle Allison. It was a bullet pass,
yeah,
but just a bit too
Yeah,
fast
just
or
need
quick.
a little bit more finesse so that she's able to pull it in.
So Trinidad has the possession with Douglas, and contact by the wing attack Khadijah Williams on the wing defense of Trinidad and Tobago. It's Trinidad in possession. Douglas to McCollin to George and Hemmings. Contact from Hemmings on George. Douglas here looking for Vincent and not able to connect with her there, but the Trinidadians maintain possession because Malaisha Kelly, the last came off her.
Yeah, sneaky play by Khalifa McCollin just now. Both defenders were sagging on Vincent, and she just used the pole as her support.
So Baptiste not able to keep her hands on that ball. The Jamaicans will come away with it. This is Robinson for Allison, and forced out of bounds was a contact by George Noel, the goalkeeper of Trinidad and Tobago. And Allison scores once more.
Great shot from Giselle Allison.
Finding her rhythm now.
Yes.
Is Allison.
Yeah, she's in the groove of things now.
Good pass there from Robinson. Again up to Allison by Williams. Now back to Williams. Now to Allison. Turns nicely.
Let's see if she finishes.
And
Good
she
shot
scores.
from Giselle.
They're moving the scoring fast. I think we may have our highest score in this series by the Jamaicans at this current rate.
Yep, at this rate, they're definitely looking like they're pushing forward towards that. I'm hoping it's not Trinidad's lowest score though, so I need them to start putting in some better passing.
So the Jamaicans here. Contact there by Allison on Baptiste.
Yeah, that pass would not have gotten over Baptiste's head.
George in possession. Baptiste is feeling something there. She's limping a bit. The goal defender for the goal defense for the Trinidadian team.
Yep. They just need to remain patient.
And
Yeah,
a
I
good
think
pass
Baptiste
there.
is winded. She's still crouching.
A change may have to be made soon. Althea McCollin, the coach for Trinidad, having a look at Baptiste. And she's asking her if she's okay. And she gives her a thumbs up.
Yeah, you can tell that Baptiste loves to be on court and will do everything in her power to stay on court.
No connection there between Robinson and Khadijah Williams just now. The intention was good, but just not able to connect on that pass.
Yeah, the pass was wayward.
So time called and a change being made. This is McEachran or is this McCarthy?
No, McCarthy is still on the bench.
So this is either Bristol or McEachran. Bruno now at center. So the Trinidadians move the ball quickly up court, and again they turn it over.
Yep, defensive pressure from Jamaica is good. They're contesting most passes, not all of them, most passes.
Williams up to Giselle Allison. Allison with the shot and just bounces
Unlucky.
out to the rim.
That's a good attempt. But those are the shots that Giselle actually shoots in the Super League.
So Trinidad comes forward again, and Adine Thomas there just contacting George. This is George. Has Noel for company.
Nice
Almost
try.
intercepted by Robinson.
Good roll by Noel. Let's finish this, Noel. Good job. That was an awesome roll from Noel, and she finished with a great shot.
So the Trinidadians, they have moved to 20 goals now. And just about 5 minutes and 7 seconds left in this quarter. Jamaica in the center pass. Thomas. Williams. Hemmings back to Williams. Up to Robinson. Williams forced to play it back to Malaysia Kelly. Back to Williams again. Robinson, and a beautiful pass to Allison. Allison shoots, hits the rim, and Robinson gets the rebound for the Jamaicans.
Yeah, the patience was good by the Jamaicans just now. They kept working the ball, nothing forced. Unfortunately, Giselle never got the shot, but Rebecca tied it up.
So it's actually 19 goals for the Trinidadian team. Jamaicans on the verge of moving to 70 points. Long pass forward.
Yeah, push off against Allison.
So the Jamaicans playing very aggressively here, as you need to in these games. And the wing defense there taking a tumble, a heavy tumble for her of Trinidad and Tobago. This is George to Noel. Noel to Bruno. And McCollin can't keep that one in play. And she's upset that the pass was not made in the correct zone.
Yeah, boy, we've said a lot. Trinidad really needs to work on that for sure. Going into come games next year, I'm sure that's going to be one of the major things to work on. We should point out that Trinidad is also missing Sam Wallace, who is their world-class goal shooter who plays in the Suncorp League, and for my money was the MVP of the season this year. Her team won. They're missing her on court, so she will definitely make a difference. She brings to Trinidad almost what Janine brings to Jamaica.
So Allison getting another goal there. Another turnover by the Trinidadians just now as well. And Jamaica with the center pass. This is Robinson to Wilson to Williams to Robinson. Williams back to Robinson. And Robinson there not able to get the ball to her teammate, but it's nonetheless put out of bounds by the Trinidadian.
Yeah, still Jamaica's possession.
Defense. This is Robinson. Gets it up to Adine Thomas. Bruno though.
Nice try from Bruno.
This is Allison once more. Under the goal, shoots and scores.
Yeah, I figured the moving circle would have been a little challenging for Trinidad now. That defenders were already out there playing the first three quarters, and that was excellent from Dehaney. So I figured the moving circle that Connie brought on just now would have been a little challenge, seeing that their defenders were already exhausted. And if you look at how Baptiste is playing, you can pick up that she's very tired.
So Allison again, a good build-up play there by the Jamaicans. Allison scoring another goal. Williams passes it to Allison. Bruno almost, she did intercept it. As Trinidad comes forward once more. Can they get something inside the goal circle? McCollin screams for it. And almost broken up again by Khadijah Williams. So under 1 minute and 42 seconds to go now. Trinidad with the possession inside the attacking third with Bruno. Now to George. Then to McCollin. McCollin looks to tee it up, gets it to Noel. And Noel will have a shot. And she scores. So that's Noel's second in this quarter. She's in possession. Up to McCollin. Then to George. George back to McCollin. Now to Bruno. And Noel getting that pass which bounced off the foot of Adine Thomas. And now McCollin will have the attempt. And she scores.
So Trinidad is now at 21. They are pushing through. They're pushing closer to that 22 mark. I wonder if they are thinking about 22 as much as we are.
So 21 goals for the Trinidadian team. Allison will have the attempt. And Allison goes Baptiste in her face. Contact called by the umpire on Baptiste. Mostly over exuberant is Baptiste, and she's just a player that has put all into this matchup.
Yes, she does. Every game, same energy. Same energy. Every game. She just wants the ball.
So Trinidad here in possession, up to McCollin. McCollin gets it to George on this far right-hand side of the court. Now to Noel, back to George, now to McCollin. McCollin turns inside the goal circle under pressure from the Haney. Has a shot, that one misses, and she gets a nice rebound and then scores on the second attempt.
So they're at the magical 22.
And that will do it for the end of the game. 73-22. And it's a safe score for Trinidad.
You are the man with the 22, Donald. You brought 22 for Trinidad again. I think you're their jinx.
Well, I hope not. So at the end of the match, the Jamaican Sunshine Girls 73 goals to Trinidad and Tobago's 22 goals. I'm going to take a quick break and then return with some post-game comments and interviews as well as the awards. So we'll throw you back and return shortly.
Start the fun, yo, make we have a good time now. St. Mary's potato chips, yeah. Got the snacks up right when the crew roll out. Find your flavor, yeah. St. Mary's potato chips for ya. Warm up the vibe. St. Mary's potato chips with sea salt, yeah. Find your flavor now, the people zone. One for me, one for you, one for friends. Then we outside and this are the snack where we prefer. JP St. Mary's potato chips. St. Mary's potato chips for ya. Are with sea salt. Find your flavor.
Wheat, razor bread, purity. Wheat, razor bread, purity. Wheat, razor bread.
Nah, it nice like that. No razor bread have no spice like that. From your buy one, it have you coming right back. In every supermarket and shop. Eat it for your breakfast, lunch and dinner. Your belly full, now you feel like a winner. The price affordable for you and me. Grandpa, grandma, they lick up it me.
Purity, wheat, razor bread.
Let's go!
Track your usage all day, every day. Pay a bill or prepaid top up anytime, anywhere. Apply for service wherever, whenever. Report outages night or day. Yes, the JPS app can do that and so much more.
Download the new JPS app today. Available in Google Play Store and Apple Store. The JPS app can do that.
DJ Selagwan with a whole heap of something. Like the 7 gigabytes of YouTube data you now get when you activate a 7-day digital prime bundle. And a whole heap more any-use data. Moving from 6 to 8 gigabytes. Plus you get 49 gigabytes to enjoy more sports, music and movies. With Digicel apps. A really whole heap of something that for the same price. Only $850. Activate your 7-day prime bundle in the My Digicel app today. Digicel. Better together.
Get Appy, get cashy. Sign up or sign in to the NCB mobile app for your chance to win.
People
One day I'm going to win big still, you know. I'm not going to left the ghetto, I'm going to love everybody. You see me? But Super Lotto, and my game that.
Man, I love Super Lotto, man, because you want me, and the big money that. At my age and stage, you know, me I look for retire, so it would have been nicer.
I love the lotto because it's a ticket to my dreams. I did dream for my life. I love like a bad. Buy 2 times a week, Saturday and Wednesday. Wow.
Right, I went buy a big house.
Buy your tickets for Jamaica's favorite games today.
The taste that moves you, sharing the moment, share it with everyone.
Grace fools. Anytime me taste any Grace products, me and my friend them a fi bust dance moves. I fi run to the pot when me granny a boil soup. Grace food products, in that make it go down smooth. The taste that moves you, feel the vibes anytime when the day Grace foods from the end. Yeah, the taste that moves you, from the spices move you. Everybody shout out Grace.
When the food sweet, we dance. When the vibe nice, we love. The taste that moves you.
For over 30 years, the Jamaican senior netball team, Sunshine Girls, has been ranked in the top 5. This speaks volume to the work ethics, dedication, and passion that they bring to the court every single time. It is against this background that when we were asked to sponsor the team, we said yes, because we want the girls to continue to make Jamaica proud. I am Tyrone Smith, CEO, New Horizons Pharmacy.
For over 30 years, we've been there. We've been there with you. There to see you practice. There to see you learn. There to see you grow. Sunshine Series.
Hosting a function or event? Want it to be streamed live on Facebook, YouTube, or Zoom? iView365 can help you. We specialize in sporting events, stage shows, funerals, concerts, conferences, church services, graduations, and many more. Call or text us at 876-893-4157 or email anthonyfoss@gmail.com. That's ANTHONYFOS@gmail.com.
Start the fun, yo, make we have a good time now. St. Mary's potato chips, yeah. Got the snacks up right when the crew roll out. Find your flavor, yeah. St. Mary's potato chips for ya. Warm up the vibe. St. Mary's potato chips with sea salt, yeah. Find your flavor now, the people's zone. One for me, one for you, one for friends. Then we outside and this are the snack where we prefer. JP St. Mary's potato chips. St. Mary's potato chips for ya. Are with sea salt. Find your flavor.
Wheat, razor bread, purity. Wheat, razor bread, purity. Wheat, razor bread.
Nah, it nice like that. No razor bread have no spice like that. From your buy one, it have you coming right back. In every supermarket and shop. Eat it for your breakfast, lunch and dinner. Your belly full, now you feel like a winner. The price affordable for you and me. Grandpa, grandma, the little picnic.
Purity, wheat, razor bread.
taking the victory 73 goals to 22 over the Trinidad and Tobago Calypso girls. The series, at least as between Trinidad and Jamaica, has come to an end. Of course, there will be another game on Friday. We'll tell you more of that at the end of here. But let's get right into the presentations. Now, we want to make some presentation first with the player of the game. And based on the adjudications conducted, it has been determined that the player of the game today is none other than Shamira Sterling. The presentation will be made by Ms. Trisha Robinson, the president of Netball Jamaica. And we now invite Ms. Keisha Prince to make another presentation to Shamira Sterling. Of course, Ms. Prince is the brand ambassador for the Sunshine Series brand. And the Sunshine Cereals brand. Congratulations, Shamira. We're going to now make an award to the player for Trinidad and Tobago in this game. The most outstanding player for the Trinidad and Tobago team in tonight's encounter. We want to invite none other than Khalifa McCollin. We also want to invite Trisha Robinson, the president of Netball Jamaica, to come forward to make the presentation to Khalifa. Lisa Fisher, brand ambassador for Sunshine Cereals, making the presentation. Congratulations, Khalifa. And now for the series MVP. So after 3 games, she scored some 41 goals, at least in today's or tonight's encounter. Let's make welcome the captain for the Sunshine Girls, Janelle Fowler. The presentation being done by Ms. Trisha Robinson, president of Netball Jamaica. Another presentation to be made to Janelle by Ms. Keisha Prince, brand manager for Sunshine Cereals. Congratulations, Janelle. I just want to have a quick word with you. Janelle, 41 goals today from 46. You have a tremendous series. Talk us through what you'd have been telling the girls on the Jamaica team for this series, given, of course, the break in netball, at least locally, due to COVID.
Just to take the opportunity and make the best of it. Trinidad, thanks to them for coming over. We really do appreciate it. So it's just for girls to make the best of any opportunity that we get to play international games.
All right, you guys have England next, right? Going forward into that series, is there anything major that you guys think you can improve on going into that series?
So much room we have to improve. Coach Connie, she sees a lot of things out there in court that we need to work on. So we just a week's break and work on what we have to work on to head into England.
All right, thank you very much, Janelle Fowler, MVP for the Sunshine Series. We're going to interview now the coach for Trinidad and Tobago, Althea McCollin. Make her welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, without them coming across to Jamaica, this series would not have been possible. And I want to use this opportunity to say a big thank you and big up to Trinidad and Tobago for making their way here to Kingston, Jamaica. Althea, good evening again. Not the result that you guys want to have here in the series, but you did tell me that this was a work in progress for your team. What are some of the takeaways that you can take from this series?
Okay, first I want to tell Team Jamaica, thanks very much for hosting us, and thanks to the supporters, thanks very much. In relation to the team, what we're going to take back besides the aggression on the ball, we have to work more on team defense. Our shooters need to be able to score accurately, and in relation to the center court, we need to do some work there. They are young, so instead of driving sometimes straight to the ball, they could use the width of the court. So there are a lot of things you're going to take back in relation to what happened here today. I want to say thanks again.
Thank you, McCollin. Ms. McCollin, one quick question though. We noticed throughout the game that when you guys upped the aggression, you forced a lot of turnovers from the Sunshine Girls, but you weren't able to make that count in the goal circle area. Given that you're preparing for the Commonwealth Games, are you going to be making changes to your squad to see what combinations work best to improve at least the mid-court and attacking third of the game?
Of course we're going to do that, because in relation to what we saw today, we know that we have to work on fitness and power and strength, and when we get back home, we would open up the trials for other players to come in and join us, yes.
Thank you very much, Ms. McCollin. Don't leave. We're going to give you a presentation to be made by, again, Ms. Keisha Prince, brand manager for Sunshine Cereals. So thank you very much, Ms. McCollin, the coach for Trinidad and Tobago. We're going to now invite the winning coach of the Jamaica Sunshine Girls, Miss Connie Francis. Good evening again, Connie. I must say something though before we start. Today is the first time in the series that I've seen you animated. Your take on what transpired in this game?
It was important for us to really do well, but first I just want to say congratulations to Trinidad. The score is certainly not a reflection of the type of game that they needed to play. I wish them well in their preparation, because I know that, you know, the usual style of Trinidad, they will be back, and I really wish them all the best there in their coaching staff. And I must also say congratulations to the Sunshine Girl. Well done, ladies. You have done extremely well. You have raised the bar throughout the court. And going back to the game, I thought that it was important for us to play throughout the 4 quarters and to up our tempo. Our fitness is something that was questionable for 1 and 2 players, and I thought that we did they did exactly what was told. I love the way that they actually gelled together and talk and work together.
Wonderful. The last time I spoke with you, you mentioned that you wanted to do some improvements at center court as well as where shooting was concerned. We saw some improvement in that this evening. Are you happy with that, or is still work in progress?
Some areas is still work in progress, because we started well. Our second quarter was extremely good, but then we went down. So it's about our turnovers and our placement of the pass and our movement. So it's really not over. We're going to play the England Roses, and we know the type of team that they are. So we have to control the controllables and to ensure that we take care of the ball, and we give it to our fantastic shooters, because they can shoot.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, Connie Francis. Don't leave. We also have a presentation to be made to you, courtesy or from Sunshine Cereals. Again, Ms. Keisha Prince, the brand manager for Sunshine Cereals, making that presentation. So congratulations again to the Sunshine Girls. And just to let you know that the Sunshine Girls actually have another game, as I mentioned earlier. They will take on the Jamaican men's team on Friday. That one should be interesting. So be sure to tune in to the broadcast to see how the Sunshine Girls fare in that game. So we're going to leave it at that for this evening. 73-22, the final score. The Sunshine Girls taking the series by 3-0. Thank you to everyone for tuning in. And we will, some more presentations to be made, but to those in the TV land, we're going to throw it a bit to the additional presentations, I guess, and then we will wrap up there.
All right, so we're going to go into the presentations for the umpire.